You just look weird. Hi everyone, Dr. Beth Westy here, and I'm here with... Introduce yourself.
Mr. Dr. Beth.
Okay. Or Yelmer. Oh look, on Facebook I can tag you right in this video. Even though you're not really on Facebook, you're tagged. I don't even know if we're friends on Facebook because you don't ever log into Facebook, ever. Fun, right? Yay. So today I wanted to talk about autoimmune issues, autoimmune diseases, and how that affects your weight loss, your health, your results, everything else. And this is something that I wanted to do with him because, so I struggle with autoimmune issues, and I won't get into detail on all of that right now because I just want to really focus on how we've managed to kind of navigate this area together. And we've been together for like 17 years. So a really long time. Hi, Katie. And one of the funny things, see, I like to say hi to people when they pop up. You see that?
I see that.
Oh, yeah. And one of the, funny things is that I've been gluten-free for, Zen is 12. And so it was about a year before. Oh, look, there's Dee. Hi, Dee. I've been gluten-free for, I want to say 13 years now. Because it was before I got pregnant with him. Maybe even close to 14 years that I cut gluten out of my diet. I was really sick for a long time. Didn't feel good. I was anemic. My hair was brittle. My nails were brittle. Look, she said hi. See? Hi. Look how excited he got. Did you see that? Someone said hi to me. And so it was, it was kind of a battle shifting my nutrition because that affected us and how we cooked food, how we prepared food, how we went out to eat and all these other things. And nowadays, I want to say it's a bazillion times easier to be gluten-free than it was, years ago, right?
Yeah, getting past the mental roadblock of you're not gluten-free. It's not even a thing.
Yeah.
Once realizing it is a thing, we were able to move that next step, and it wasn't so bad.
Yeah, it wasn't so bad, right? Yes. Susan, he's a real chatterbox. I know, he's funny, right? Also, this is one of my new favorite drinks. If you guys have not tried this, look, I'm just putting it right in front. Look, it's so good. I just want to make sure you guys can see it. Bubbler. This is pomegranate. They have amazing flavors. So I'll post a picture of this because these are amazing, and we love these. We love these. Anyway, that's a side tangent. So going gluten-free, and that was really, really, I want to say tough at first, but getting over the mental roadblocks were big. And I want to say his reaction was no different than a lot of other people's reactions at first. Like, oh, can't you have just a little, or one bite won't kill you, or like, this is such a pain in the butt. We have to order different food, or how do we make pasta? What, you have to make your own pasta? And then seeing the price in the grocery store of the gluten-free items. What was your reaction to that?
Well, yeah, it was more, but I think it was the not being able to find anything gluten-free, so it was just meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
And vegetables.
Yeah. Yes.
Now it's everywhere.
Yeah, it's everywhere now. Yeah. But even still, a lot of people will get frustrated with the fact that, if you're going to buy a loaf of gluten-free bread versus a loaf of like wheat bread, the gluten-free bread is like a fraction of the size and it's 2 to 3 times as much, right? Right? So that's annoying.
You should put my pie crust in your cookbook.
I should. You do have a great gluten-free pie crust. Look how excited. See, he just got excited again.
It took me a long time to figure out.
Yeah, because gluten-free flours and things like that don't bake or cook the same way as wheat flours because gluten is a binding protein. So yes, I will. Oh, you know what? How about we make your? I'll write down your recipe and I'll post it below this video. How about that? Oh.
All right.
All right. Okay. Yes. Yes. One thing too, that I work with women in a 12-week group, and we are starting one in July. So I'm going to be opening up enrollment for that starting in June. And I'll put a link below to schedule a call with me if you guys are wondering whether or not this is an issue that you struggle with, or if this is something that could be holding you back. You can schedule a call with me and we can chat about it. I work with a lot of women that have autoimmune issues and that have struggled to really get and stay on track with their health and their nutrition, because it can be a really frustrating uphill battle when your body's not responding the way that you think it should, or comparing yourself to somebody else. And it can be frustrating. Oh my gosh, how do I do this? Because like if you're going to go gluten-free items cost twice as much as other things. So how do you navigate that? How do you prepare for that type of a thing? So I'll put some of these links and stuff below the video so you can check them out. So one of the things though, when we talk about like saying, oh, this isn't a problem, this is, or just try a little bit, right? Was there a point where you were like...
Oh, like different butter, different
yeah,
knives and forks. And...
cross-contamination was an issue, because we didn't have a fully gluten-free kitchen. Right now, we only have one gluten item in our house, and it's the tortilla wraps that he uses because he makes himself a wrap every day for lunch. And that's the gluten that we have in our house now. But in the starting process, it wasn't like that. There was like this whole thing where I was like, crap, I have to buy my own butter. I have to buy my own peanut butter jar, because if you make peanut butter toast or peanut butter sandwich, you need that you can't dip the knife in and then touch the bread and then dip the knife again. You contaminate the peanut butter. So that was frustrating and everything. But was there a point where you were like, oh yeah, we need to just do this? And I mean, you eat mostly gluten-free now. Mm-hmm. Because I'm gluten-free. Was there a point where you were like, oh, well, screw it. It's not that bad. It's not that different, versus being like, oh, come on, go to the program.
I just consider I like sourdough bread and things like that, but it's just like a treat somewhere else. That's all.
A treat somewhere else. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or sometimes you'll get donuts, right? If we're going on a road trip or something, you'll stop at a gas station and you'll get like one of those.
Oh yeah, an apple fritter.
Yes. Like something that's definitely not healthy, and something that's definitely gluten, right? Yeah. Autoimmune Hashimoto's, yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, thyroid issues, and that's what's also really funny, is that a lot of times autoimmune issues come in groups, like 2 or 3, meaning you won't just have like one autoimmune thing that you struggle with. It'll be paired with something else, like somebody who has celiac, and they'll also have Hashimoto's. So celiac is an issue with your digestive system, and then Hashimoto's is an issue with your thyroid. So it's fascinating. If you really kind of dive in, there's a lot of people that struggle with more than one thing. And that's the same with me too. I don't know if I can, yeah, you can see this, right? So besides, celiac and not being able to process gluten very well, I also have a skin issue. I don't know if you guys can see this very well. Can you guys see this? I get white blood cells built up underneath my skin, and it's just an autoimmune reaction. So, MTHFR. Oh, Katie, I'm going to do a whole podcast on MTHFR. So if you guys have not heard my podcast, The Female Health Solution, it's on SoundCloud and iTunes, and I'm going to do a whole podcast on MTHFR and autoimmune and everything else. And so yes, we'll dive into that. I also have my book, The Female Fat Solution, which is on Amazon. So if you haven't read that, I dive into nutrition for women and female cycles and hormones and everything. But I feel like that's a good and like a next step for people. A lot of times it's really frustrating and for women to feel like, oh my gosh, I'm trying to eat clean, but my body's not responding as quickly. I'm doing all these things, but this isn't happening. Or when you go through an autoimmune flare-up, it can be horrendous, and so one of my favorite things, because this is a question I get asked all the time, like whenever we go anywhere and we go out to eat or something, or even go to Chipotle, and I'll say, oh, I'm gluten-free. And they're usually really good about, they change their gloves. So all the kids are gluten-free too. So when we go to Chipotle as a family, like he'll go first and order first, because this is a regular order. Not that mine's not regular. It's still regular food. Just saying. I'm getting defensive about it now. But they'll change their gloves and they'll wipe down the work environment and everything to prevent cross-contamination, and they'll open up new vats of guacamole and cheese and all that other stuff so hands don't dip in something that already went and touched gluten. So I really appreciate Chipotle about that. But one of the things that they'll ask sometimes is be like, well, is this, you know, like a sensitivity or is it an allergy? And I always say it's either an allergy, or if people are like, oh, are you gluten-free because it's like trendy or something, or you're using gluten-free as a weight loss technique or something. And I'm like, nope, it's necessity. And then usually people are okay with that. But if they press anymore, my favorite thing to just tell people is that, yeah, I don't eat gluten because of explosive diarrhea. See that face? See that face? That usually shuts it down pretty fast. Whether or not I get explosive diarrhea, you'll never know. Unless your face gives it away right now again. But that's literally my response to people when they're like, oh, do you really need to be gluten-free? Or like if I get a salad, because when we go out to eat, which we don't do a lot, right? We don't go out to eat that much. Every now and then. But I usually order like a salad or something because that's easy and usually can be made. But if it comes with a, see, Katie loves you. Like, he's just sitting here, right? Isn't he funny? If it comes with croutons, I will send it back and I'll be like, I'm sorry, I have to have like a whole new salad made. And I always tell them because of explosive diarrhea. And it'll be like I will go in your bathroom and do this. I get a fresh salad every time. It's not a problem then. So I'm not shy about it because it usually shuts it down. Yes. Yes, there's some other comments here. I want to make sure I don't miss if anybody's got questions on this. You got your book today. Yay, Tommy, you got your book today. Yay. Ooh, Katie, good point. Like products in hair salons and things like that. Did you know that there's like hair products, makeup, things like that have gluten in them? No, Lexi, he didn't even know that a lot of times, so Katie owns a salon, and there can be hair care products and makeup and things like that, which he doesn't really do that. When we met, he washed his hair with a bar of soap. That's what he had in his shower, right? Just a bar of soap. Didn't even shampoo. What's the difference, right? Right?
Yep.
So I introduced him to shampoo and conditioner. You still don't use conditioner, do you?
No.
Did you have to think about that? Aw, yes. Yeah, okay. I'm not teasing you. I'm just being honest. So anyway, there are products like makeup and lotions and things like that have gluten. And if you really have an issue with gluten, it can be a big problem to come into contact with products like that. So instead of just changing your diet, you'll have to think about changing all the products you come into contact with. I also recommend for people with autoimmune issues that you really watch products. So this is cleaning products and hair products and anything that you basically comes in contact with your skin, because your skin is your biggest organ. And it will absorb a lot of these things quickly. It can impact your system really negatively. And like things like artificial colors and sweeteners can actually really disrupt the microbiome in your digestive tract. So it can ruin your gut bacteria. That's really important for your immune system, which means then your body will fight back against itself. Yes, I know, right? So funny. Somebody said something, West Meadow Bakery. Yes. Oh, the chicken skin bumps gluten issue. Yes, a lot of time. Yeah, the chicken. So your skin is also a sort of a mirror for your digestive tract. If you have skin issues, a lot of times there's an issue in your digestive tract too. So that's something to kind of watch for. So you need conditioner. Katie says you need conditioner. Maybe we'll get him to use it. No?
Okay.
You got on board with all the gluten-free stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. And that was again after me, really kind of just being like, no, I can't eat gluten. I'm gonna have diarrhea. Right? Again, that shuts it down pretty fast, pretty quick. But in terms of, working with an autoimmune and really trying to get, positive results with your body, with your system, the biggest, most important thing is just to be patient. It can take a lot of extra time to really have your body go through a process to get healthier or stronger if it's fighting against itself. So, you've never researched your autoimmune? You should. Yeah, you should learn more about it. Your hubby reminds me of Adam Sandler, says Nina. Does he? You know what's funny about him is that he also looks really different when he's clean shaven versus when he's got like a lot of facial hair. Yeah. He also gets uncomfortable on camera and when I talk about him. Let's see. So if you're, working with an autoimmune issue, also if you have something and you're wondering about how this process works for women with autoimmune diseases and autoimmune issues, click the link and schedule a call. We can chat about this because this is something that I've struggled with my whole life. And then again, more recently, really working with a lot of women with autoimmune issues, and because hormone issues go right along with that. And there's a lot of different things you can do nutrition wise to take charge of it and just help your body out and see a faster result. And then also just a different perspective, being patient with yourself, patient with your body. So like if he and I were to start like working out or, going on a diet or nutrition program at the same time, he would see, well, he's male, so he would see results like that, and it would take me longer just because I'm female, but it would also take me longer because of the autoimmune issues that I struggle with. Your body is going to naturally just slow things down. And even if you're making a change and it's a good change and it's a healthy change, a lot of times your body will see any change as a stressful event and it takes longer and it'll fight against yourself. Yay. Right? Yeah. Are you done? No. So that's one of the things that I notice a lot with women with autoimmune is that you just got to be patient with yourself and really trust the process of going through working with your body, working with your system. It makes all the difference. It honestly does. Yeah. What else? And the other thing too is that your body can go through different flare-up times. Like sometimes you just won't feel good, like for no reason, or stress impacts your body really negatively and it can take longer to come out of a stressful event than it does for somebody else, right? Yeah. What are your thoughts on like autoimmune or being gluten-free, or if I get gluten, if I get poisoned, I call it poisoned.
Well, gluten-free.
Mm-hmm. Because it takes a little bit of time for me to if we go out to eat somewhere and then I don't feel good and I'm like, oh, they'll be like, did you get gluten?
Well, it's like, your early season goose hunting. Everybody likes that fresh cut wheat field that's just been cut. That's usually the hottest field.
Uh-huh. I was just going to say that.
Sometimes the soybean fields can be just as productive. So don't forget to check the soybean fields. If you're gluten-free. Because you can't hunt in a wheat field. Just saying.
This is true. I would never hunt. Oh, well, I don't really hunt. But thank you.
Well,
that one time. Soybean field versus wheat field. Yeah, I would never go hunting or walk around in a wheat field, I guess. There's that. But to check the soybean, thank you. Thank you for that was helpful.
That's all.
Okay, good.
Soybeans.
So hunt in the soybean field for what is it? Geese? Goose?
Oh yeah.
Duck?
Geese.
Deer?
Mallards. Mostly geese.
Mallards. Okay. Good to know. I'm gonna tuck that in my back pocket. Maybe I'll do a podcast. No, I will not do a podcast on that. I'll be honest.
Wait till fall.
I'll wait till fall. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. All right. So that's what I got for you guys tonight. He's being a really big trooper and doing a video with me. I like doing videos with him. And it's rare when he'll do one with me. Yes. What about deer who eat gluten?
Well, yeah.
That's okay, because you're not eating the gluten. You're just...
their organs filter that out.
Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah. When you're eating deer, it's free-range organic, right? Right?
Yeah, mostly.
Yeah, mostly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But
Depends where you're hunting.
Depends where you're hunting. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Yes. So thank you guys for watching till the end. This is kind of a longer video. And it's fun to just kind of talk about this because this is something that, you know, I deal with, and I could talk and tell my own story about how I struggled with health issues growing up and, you know, transition to being gluten-free and everything. But it's also different to have somebody else's perspective on, yeah, it was different and it was a little bit of a struggle and you have to sort of change your, you know, shift your mindset. I like that phrasing on just eating different. Yeah, because it makes a world of difference. When I get gluten, it...
Yeah, not fun. You don't have to use that word again.
You just don't like me saying diarrhea. So uncomfortable. Yeah, you get so uncomfortable. See, I don't have a problem with it because, again, I get a positive response, meaning people are like, oh, okay, we won't bring you gluten. We'll make sure you don't have any. I'm like, yeah, thank you. Thank you. So kind. So kind. All right. Thanks you guys for watching and tuning in. I will put links below for his pie crust recipe because he does a lot of the cooking in the house, and that's one of the things is that he's made amazing gluten-free recipes, like regular food, like pizza crust and things like that. And there's a pie crust recipe that because pie crust is really tough gluten-free, so I'll write it down and get it written out there and tag it below so you guys can get that. And then I'll also put a link to schedule a call with me if you're struggling and you want help with some autoimmune issues and nutrition and just, you know, feeling better, feeling stronger, and getting your body back to just a bigger capacity to handle, you know, some of those autoimmune flare-ups that come about. So yeah, so that's what I got for you guys today. Let me know if you have questions, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. And you can share this if you found it helpful. You say bye? I usually say bye to people. So funny.